Sarah Bly founded the Overdose Prevention Society, which I've renamed Overdose Genocide Society, lowering carbon footprints one heartbeat at a time through drug overdoses, obviously, murder, suicide because it's a horrible, shitty neighborhood. So, 2016. Now, I've got some interesting information to show you. Incidentally, the government's got a graph from 2016. There was 994 overdoses. Then, Sarah came into the scene and it jumped over 10%. About 500 people. She was saving lives, but more people died. 2018, 1,562. In 2019, the politicians gave her a pay decrease because she didn't do a good enough job. She actually beat 2016 and statistics a little bit, which was 994 versus 987. 2020, she bounced back after her lecture, probably. I'm assuming she had to have gotten a lecture for that little stick there, because the government likes tall sticks. I call these sticks. Why not? I can do that because I don't care. So anyway, this stick went up to 17. So she got a pay raise. And they said, you're doing a fabulous job. That's the pandemic. So then they turned our neighborhood into a shit show for 2021 with tents. None of these poverty pits were trained in basic hygiene. They turned our streets into an outdoor toilet. 3 years to get it diagnosed that I can't breathe in the poop and the pee. Even though I went to our stupid hospital in ambulance and said I live in an outdoor toilet. So I've done a lot of suffering because of the druggies. And then 2022, look, went up. Oh, it went down a tiny bit. It went down a tiny bit after, I don't know, I think we got rid of the tents. She made our neighborhood so dangerous, this white, overeating, privileged fucktard from a great neighborhood. She's so privileged, she thinks parks are for poor people. Imagine that. How out of touch you are and how much money you're making off people's deaths that you now think parks are for poor people. They work for families, Sarah Bly. For 2023, we have 2,511 deaths. We've had over 30,000 deaths in Canada. I bet you that's more than Canadians died ever in wars. And nobody questions that. But that's nothing, because the euthanization program went out of control to 60,000, I believe. And then you got excess deaths at 90,000. In fact, death seems to be the major theme for our politicians, and people can't figure it out. Sarah managed to accomplish this with her poverty pimps. Number one cause of death in BC is toxic, unregulated drug supply. That is just awful. So this is what happens when your government hires someone with grade 10, admits to having mental illnesses and obviously, psychopathy, and there's no cure for that. for something important like stopping the drug overdoses. They hired a maniac who's used her staff to harass me for making videos of the shit show that she forces us to live in. She used her manager. What a creep. No, you idiot. I'm not in love with you. I find you vile and disgusting. And quite frankly, you're a vomit dude. You're a nobody that did nothing but crap. You lied on our streets for how many years and you bragged about it? No. Your cognitive dissonance is showing because you're warped thinking. How dare you, Ashtray Hilton, trying to say how I had a crush on you on Twitter. Oh my God, the guy's so disgusting. They both are disgusting. I don't know why they're not dating. She hooked in some poor sucker from Poland. Probably doesn't speak English, but anybody that dates Sarah Death Bly, I don't have any respect for her. Or marries her. Oh my God. Gonna end it with this. They found 2 Native women. Indigenous is a word that has been made up by the government. I've got yelled at by so many natives using that in North Vancouver, and they didn't even like being called native. They go, we're fucking Indians. Well, whoa, are you allowed to use that word? I mean, that's how brainwashed I was by our government. Okay, so we've had so many Native women disappear out of our neighborhood, end up in the Picton farm, and that guy was apparently charged, prosecuted for multiple murders, and he's being released from prison. That must be a slap on all natives' faces. So here's Robert Picton, Canadian serial killer from 2011. And he's being released from prison. Because obviously liberals have turned Marxist/communists in the last little while. And in order for them to build their utopia, they must destroy everything, burn up the money of the country, which is obvious, get libtards to, attack people online with their own videos that are senior women. Yeah, that's what they get their men to do. So they're just horrible now, liberals. They have changed. They're a changed animal. So 25 years. They even made houses over some of the women's graves. They didn't want to dig them all up. Could you imagine living in a house like that? Do they put the amount of deaths? Oh, he got only charged with 6 murders. He confessed to 49, charged with 26, and convicted with 6. Crime sprees were like for most of my Vancouver time, because I think I moved here in 1990 or 1982. Apprehended in 2002. Oh, it sounds like someone's getting murdered out there. A lot of screaming today. It's Saturday in the shit show. So there was also a mayor that went to the Piggy Palace. I can't make this up. Trudeau had some weird dealing with the sister of the serial killer and a lot of money. Fed them to the pigs. All those women disappeared, a lot of them native. It appears that they scrubbed off that a mayor had actually gone to the Piggy Palace nightclub on the farm. Because a mayor showed up. There were some other interesting facts that came out of one YouTuber from America, which I'm not allowed to talk about, of what kind of people showed up at the party. It was horrible. I met one working girl that was captured on the piggy farm and escaped. And she said it wasn't Robert or Willie Picton that kidnapped her. Or had her hostage, excuse me. Not only Hell's Angels, I didn't know that, showed up there. So did a mayor. So we're censored Canada. Probably if I could change my email or my address to American, I'd be able to find it. Honestly, I don't think he was small or smart enough to do that all on his own. I think he procured the women. Oh my God. Read that. Minced. Sold to customers, some who were local policemen. Oh my God. I want to vomit.